Sober me up.
How's that feel, huh?
That is awesome.
How's that? Does this make
You
you
found
more?
the- you
Does this
found
make
the
you more
spot.
likely to get screened for STDs?
What? That felt good.
Does that not seem absurd? It's not! A recent report issued by the CDC reveals a 40% nationwide increase in sexually transmitted diseases. That's not good. But now some U.S. colleges are offering creative incentives like free massages to get tested for STDs. So if you go get screened, you get a massage. University of Michigan has a Wolverine Wellness day-long event, provided students with these free massages when they got an HIV test. I like this program.
I love this program.
I like this program a lot.
I love this program. About 20 million new sexually transmitted infections diagnosed in the United States every year, and about 50% of those involve people between 15 and 24 years of age, so there's definitely a need. But even though they're getting all these sexually transmitted infections, only about 12% of young people were screened for sexually transmitted infections last year. I say give those babies a massage and test them for sexually transmitted infections.
Well, I agree.
Do it.
You know, one of the biggest concerns right now is the CDC estimates that 50% of sexually active people will get an STD by age 25.
Yep.
The biggest problem is that a lot of people are carrying STDs and they don't know it. And that's why I think these events can be incredibly beneficial. It's almost, you know, it's different, but with vaccination, the reason that rates are important is because of the herd immunity. It's kind of the same thing with STDs. Let's just say you're at a university where there's a high rate of STDs. If you can get those students to be aware, then the fewer students who are out having active sex with an STD, you're gonna be able to, as a community, decrease the rate. The problem is with a lot of college kids, I hate to say this, but you know, it's a time of you're away from home.
Especially when
and
it's cold.
Experimenting.
it's cold, you're
Going back to
experimenting.
school, yeah.
Look, college students are supposed to be smart, right? But
And
may
they
not,
are.
they're not always as aware, though, of how rampant STDs may be in their community.
Their brains
Yeah,
are
think about it. You go to college at 17 or 18. I mean, you're still immature.
Right.
It's
And you
not
think
till
you're
later
invincible.
when you're dating that you have to show your STD report to
Right.
who you're
Your
dating.
significant
So
other.
college,
Well, I don't, isn't
they-
there, what do you all do with that fear of the unknown? I mean, I was always afraid to go to the doctor. I'm afraid to go get my blood tested because I'm afraid of the results. How do you deal that with patients? I mean, what do you tell them? You know, it's better to know, I'm scared to death to get my results.
Mary, I hate going to the doctor's office. That clinical setting can be a bit intimidating. You roll in, you're in the waiting room. I'm not saying you should do it for sure, but if you're a college student, you're much more likely to go to some big fair where they're serving snacks and giving massages and, hey, by the way, we're also gonna test for some STDs. It's not as intimidating as walking into the student health center, sitting in the waiting room, and then they call you
have
back.
herpes, don't you? No.
They call you back. But I do want to take this moment to highly encourage everyone out there who's sexually active to get tested for sexually transmitted diseases. Here's the sad reality. Many sexually transmitted diseases don't manifest symptoms, or they may not be manifesting symptoms right now, they will later. And it can affect your reproductive health. You can transmit it to your partner. You can both then be carriers without knowing it. But again, if you have not been tested recently and you're sexually active, please get tested.